a vulture saw the boy sprawled out on a rocky ledge. The bird's pointed beak came closer to the boy, and in an instant, he jolted awake. Realizing what was happening, he shouted for his dad, but there was no answer. Eddie had no option but to struggle up the climb with his injured leg. He cautiously climbed up the cliff, but the rock face was too steep, and he couldn't find a place to get a grip. His hands clenched tightly around a crack. His whole body was suspended in midair when suddenly, a flash of lightning illuminated the sky, and a heavy downpour started. The rainwater quickly flooded the cliff he was standing on. The rain made the rock surface even slicker. Eddie was starting to lose his grip, feeling exhausted and drained. Finally, he made a daring choice. When he woke up again, he realized he was lying on level ground. A sudden, sharp pain pierced through his leg. It was broken. Eddie began shouting for his dad once more, but nobody was there to respond. He could only drag his injured leg over to a filthy water hole, dipping his head into the water to drink deeply. The cold water provided a brief relief for his tired body and weary mind. Eddie removed his shoe and noticed that his injured ankle was extremely swollen. He put stones on both sides of his foot. He found the right spot and effectively popped the bone back into place. Then he used some branches to create a makeshift splint. Not too shabby for a primitive kid with some serious survival skills. Hours later, the boy finally made it to the top of the cliff, only to find a gravestone that his tribe had put up for him. Eddie came to the realization that they weren't coming back for him. In a moment of despair, he kicked the gravestone off the cliff with his strong leg. As he collapsed in hopelessness, he heard something even more frightening, the howl of a wolf. When he turned around, Eddie saw a pack of hungry wolves glaring at him. He had no choice but to sprint in the opposite direction. Not knowing how long he had been running, he only felt brave enough to sleep in a tree. He hadn't eaten for days, and the only thing he had was a small, thin worm. Just as he finished eating, the wolf pack closed in around him. Before the boy could rise to his feet, the wolves lunged at him. Seeing an easy target in the human boar, Eddie tried to make a run for it, limping up the tree. However, one wolf managed to bite him and pull him down. In the face of danger, the boy drew a knife and stabbed the wolf that had attacked him, then quickly scrambled back up the tree. The wolves lingered at the base of the tree all night, howling as the weary boy finally fell asleep. When he woke up the next day, the wolf pack was gone, leaving only the wounded wolf behind.